A very good afternoon and welcome to the 1 p.m. news right here on Younib TV. I am Eunice Mutua and thank you for joining us. We begin this hour with stories that reflect both the resilience of the human spirit and the challenges that continue to shape our communities, from the corridors of power to the quiet return of a man who has spent 14 long years behind bars in Saudi Arabia. Now back on Kenyan soil, his story is one of pain, endurance, and a long-awaited homecoming. But first, let's begin with the highlights.
Fair. Question whether my party leader is aware. Yes, he's aware. And I believe within the shortest time possible, you are going to hear from him himself.
Ask every person, including the police, if you bring a patient to the emergency and casualty here, and you have picked that Kenyan from the streets, your vehicle, your ID card, your name must remain with us. We must have some sort of traceability.
We look for the money to ensure that no parent is required to pay any money towards that free primary, free secondary education. That is the position, it's not changed.
Used all the capabilities of the state to try to mobilize resources towards the satisfaction of the demanded compensation.
Welcome. Stephen Munyako, a Kenyan man who spent 14 years on Saudi Arabia's execution row, was given a hero's welcome by family, friends, and government representatives at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport on Monday night. His family had waited for more than 10 years under very trying circumstances for his release, and his return signaled the end of a turbulent chapter in their lives.
Used all the capabilities of the state to try to mobilize resources towards the satisfaction of the demanded compensation. In the end, one of our pleas to the Muslim League was successful. And I really want to pay special tribute to the Muslim League for being able to honor that demand of $1 million, the results of which are that today we are receiving this proud son of our country, Stephen Munyako, back home.
My presence here today is nothing short of a miracle. And I want to begin by thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the gift of life. I want also to thank everyone who prayed for me, encouraged me, and contributed towards my freedom and return home. Some of you, I know, but the vast majority, in your tens of thousands, was simply touched by my misfortune of a total stranger. I'm grateful to Allah for this second chance that I have been granted. It's wonderful to be back home. I'm so saturated, and indeed, I need a rest.
Following During his appearance in Parliament last week with his Treasury counterpart John Mbadi, Education Cabinet Secretary Migos Ogamba has stated that the government is prepared to guarantee that free education is fully supported and that it will seek out the necessary funds. The CS was there when Treasury Chief Mbadi informed Parliament a week ago that the government lacked the funds necessary to fully meet the obligations.
If you look at the total budget for the year and you divide by the number of students we have in this country, instead of 22,000, we are funding up to about 16,900 shillings. If we work with 22,000 per child for senior secondary school and the 15,000 per child for the junior secondary school, and we work with 1,400 plus per child for free primary education, you will get higher figures than what is in the budget.
We look for the money to ensure that no parent is required to pay any money towards that free primary, free secondary education. That is the position. It's not changed.
The budgets cannot support the 22,000 shillings. And Honorable Chair, you know it is Parliament that passes the budget. And you can take the figures and calculate. And I say, you see, the problem is we live
There is in this country a tendency of people just taking things out of context and making a story out of it.
Clinzy Masinde Baraza entered a not guilty plea to the allegation of killing mask vendor Boniface Kariuki Mwangi during the June 17th demonstrations in Nairobi. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution vehemently opposed his release. Therefore, his legal counsel's request to have him released on bail pending pre-trial proceedings was unsuccessful. Masinde has been placed under remand until August 19, 2025, when the High Court will consider his application for a bail hearing.
And in the report by Dr. Priscilla Macau, he is fit to plead.
The Lordship, maybe you can give us 14 days wherein you can put in an application for bond.
Same for the sentiments of the council watching brief or appearing for the victims. So we'll have to pray that we also set the latitude for the council watching brief so that they don't jump in the front seat of the prosecution.
We have since filed an affidavit in opposition.
Has been filed in advance of that application. The DPP shall have leave to reply further within 7 days of service. The family of the victims has leave to reply to the motion for bail within 7 days of service. The date for the hearing of the bail application, the hearing will be
Afaa kumwambia atoe maski tumuone. Hata ile maski anavaa ni ile ilifanya auwe mtu huyo mtoto juu ya hiyo maski. Kwa hivyo mimi nasikia vibaya sana.
Today's judge never even, how I wish he could have told him to take the mask even if it's for 30 seconds. And we as the family, at least tungefeel tumeguzwa.
World leaders have been urged by President William Ruto to drastically step up efforts to eradicate hunger and restructure the world's food systems. Ruto stated that millions of people are still suffering from hunger and malnutrition, especially in developing nations, and that present development is still unequal, while speaking at the United Nations Food Systems Summit Stocktake in Addis Ababa.
Let us take ambitious, concrete, scalable, and timely actions to align food systems with our commitment to achieving zero hunger by 2030. Markets, while a source of hope, are increasingly volatile. Despite positive production forecasts, erratic weather, trade tensions, and supply chain disruptions are driving up food prices. The Food Agricultural Organization's 2024 State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World SOFI report affirms these concerns. Current food systems account for over a third of greenhouse gas emissions, 80% of biodiversity loss, and significant pollution globally. These issues are worsened by widespread poverty and rapid demographic shifts, conflicts, high costs of nutritious diets, and weak governance structures. Research, technology, and innovation hold immense promise for transformation. We must support academic and research institutions with the infrastructure they require, while significantly scaling up investment in digital technologies, artificial intelligence, and climate-smart agriculture.
We are going for a short break and we'll be back with more. Don't go far.
Ever the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. The Orange Democratic Movement Party is in trouble after its youth league threatened to contest Harold Kimuge's nomination to the National Assembly. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission is being accused by the youth league of ignoring John Ketora, the suggested nominee. In a brief response, the IEBC asserts that they gazetted Kimuge's name as the party's nominee in accordance with the proper process.
An injustice to one member of ODM is an injustice to all the members of the party. And the party ODM made its proposal not once, not twice. And here with me is a duly well-signed letter by this party nominating me to that position.
We cannot replace a worker with a disability while disability is being represented in the parliament. We are being unfair.
Question whether my party leader is aware. Yes, he's aware. And I believe within the shortest time possible, you are going to hear from him himself.
We will go for this to where it will take us. Even if it means leaving ODM. We are not having less options. We want to tell Baba, the people of Kajiado County, including our leaders, love this party. But if this continue like this, then I'm telling them, we are not short of parties.
After Edward Maingi Ndegwa was brutally murdered inside a ward at Kenyatta National Hospital due to what he called a systems failure, Aden Duale has ordered extensive improvements in referral hospitals. Duale expressed sympathy to the family and called the incident inappropriate. A national ID and the patient's registration information must now be presented by visitors and those wishing to admit patients, among other new regulations.
So we are going to introduce in all our referrals from today, number one, by making sure we have upscaled our CCTV coverage in all places and more so in sensitive areas. Ask every person, including the police, if you bring a patient to the emergency and casualty here and you have picked that Kenyan from the streets, your vehicle, your ID card, your name must remain with us. We must have some sort of traceability of the patients that come to our hospitals. It will never be again where you drop a patient and you go away. 443 long stay and abandoned patients. 211 of them are abandoned by their next of kin. And 232 have been discharged, but they are unable to leave our facilities, our all referral facilities, due to social or financial barriers.
Venye mtoto aliaga kwa mkono yangu nilimwekelea hapo na nikareta shida sana. Wakajaribu kuangalia ni shida ni wapi. Wananiambia wameona makosa ya nurses, wameninigrate sana kwa sababu hakunitia daktari akuje angalia mtoto. Wakaniambia mam ni pole sana, hata kama tutarudisha mtoto wako tumeona kuna gap mahali kwa hospitali.
Make sure you take the details of that lady. And make sure tomorrow morning she goes to KMPDC and she files a complaint. Yeah. And her case is investigated and I must be brought the file. You'll get justice, at least from us.
The Kenyan national football team's Harambee players have been stepping up their preparations for Sunday's CHAN 2024 opening against DRC Congo. The tournament rookie, who will co-host alongside Tanzania and Uganda, two nearby countries, will be eager to leave their imprint. At the same time, Moroccan national team arrived yesterday at JKIA ahead of their match opener against Angola.
I think preparations zimekuwa fiti. We've been together I think for the past three weeks. So tume get in a lot of work. Na najua kila mtu ako ready na you're just waiting for the big day come on Sunday. Mood iko fiti juu kila mtu ana expect niseme a competitive tournament juu tunajua the big names that are coming, they've been there. So for the ones of us who are going for a major tournament for the first time, tuna expect pia ku give a lot juu tunajua ni platform na ni stepping stone to a more higher level. Yeah.
And that brings us to the end of this 1 p.m. edition of the news. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to follow us on all our social media platforms and continue watching Younib TV for this and for more entertaining shows. I have been Eunice Mutua. Stay safe and have a lovely afternoon ahead.